The Security Plus. I get a lot of questions about the Security Plus and how do you get that certification. Honestly, the Security Plus, my personal way of getting certifications is to bulldoze my way into them, which is probably not a good way to recommend getting a certification. So I'll tell you advice that I tend to give people that tends to work. The easiest way to get the Security Plus certification, in my opinion, some of the books out there aren't the most helpful. There's some new ones coming out that should be better. As a matter of fact, I know someone writing a book that will have something that's going to be pretty helpful for the Security Plus. One of the people who is practically like family to me, teaches the Security Plus, so I do know a lot about that based through just conversation with them alone. So some ways that I would suggest going for trying to get yourself a Security Plus certification would be, well, first and foremost, if you want the Security Plus, it's just a test. So if you want to pass the test, you need to figure out what categories are in it, and you can figure out by looking for like free YouTube series and free PDFs to see what sections are in the Security Plus certification. And then once you figure out what's in the Security Plus certification, just follow some standard guides. But one thing that helps a lot of people, and I'll make a playlist that goes with this video. If you're watching the video and there's no playlist, I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but at some point I'm going to have a playlist of videos that I find on YouTube that I, after watching them, know will be helpful for getting the Security Plus certification. But in the meantime, some other sources that will help you get the Security Plus certification are just like practice tests. I would just take like practice tests like there's no tomorrow, and then I would take the test just once with the expectation that you may or may not pass, with an expectation to take it again. And if you pass the first try, then you don't need to take it again. But I would do a bunch of practice tests, take it once. It's cheaper than taking a class, and you can just see exactly how the test works. And then I would really get into studying more. So I would start by just looking at some like high level, what does the class look like look at some brain dumps, which take the test, what it looks like, and then go back and study where it seemed like you needed a lot more information. And taking it, it'll give you a great idea of what's going to be on it, what types of things you should even be studying, because you might be wondering, well, what do I even study? Just take the test. It's going to cost you money to find out any other way anyways, and the YouTube videos tell you what's on there, so you can find out for free. But after taking it, you'll have a better feel for it, in my opinion. That's just what I do, but half the time I end up passing the test on my first try. I've had ones that I've failed like 4 times in a row. I've also had certifications that I failed so many times that I didn't get that certification. But most of my certifications I passed. I'd say at least half on my first try. So, and that's just how I tend to do it. So try it. That's my way of studying for certifications. Now, once you've gotten your Security Plus certification, you will probably want to figure out how to get a job with that certification, because I don't know why you would get that certification for fun. So I do have a 7-day Cybersecurity Essentials course on essentially the information you need for actually getting a cybersecurity job. A number of people who are subscribed to my channel who watched the Where to Begin series and took that 7-day email course, between YouTube and Cybersecurity Essentials 7-day course in the description below. They've been getting jobs. So if you want to give it a shot for yourself and try my content and see if you can get a job, regardless of whether or not you already have experience or not, the 7-day course talks about what your qualifications are, how to figure out what types of jobs you'd be able to get.